In this tutorial, I want to take a moment to address one of the most anxiety-inducing issues surrounding Gutenberg. As you think about moving to Gutenberg or activating Gutenberg on your WordPress website, you probably wonder what's going to happen to all of your existing content. So in this tutorial, I'm going to walk you through several different scenarios so we can see how WordPress will react to existing content on your website. So these are the scenarios we're going to look at. We're going to look at a standard poster page. That's just something you created with the classic WordPress editor. Then we're going to look at a page built with a page builder plugin, specifically the Beaver Builder plugin. And then we're going to look at a page built with the Divi theme. So 3 different approaches. One is pretty much vanilla WordPress. One is using a page builder plugin, and one is using a Divi theme. So let's jump into WordPress and take a look at some content and try to figure out what's going to happen once we activate Gutenberg, and then try to go back and work with that content on a site that has Gutenberg active. So this is a sample WordPress website I'm using to test Gutenberg, and I've got some content that I created before installing Gutenberg, and this is a post. Just for reference here, I'm using the 2019 theme for this first example. And if you scroll down, you see I've got all the stuff you would expect to see in a blog post. The image floating to the side, I've got some text, I've got subheaders, I've got multiple subheaders, I've got bullets, I've got links further down, and it's a fairly long, well-researched blog post. And so I want to make sure that if I need to go in and edit something, Gutenberg doesn't just mangle this and turn it into something that's completely unusable, because I spent a lot of time on this. I'm going to go ahead and just press the Edit Post link at the top of the page here in the admin menu, and let's see what happens. And so right away it puts me into edit mode, and you can see from looking at this that I am in Gutenberg. Clearly this is not the classic editor. While I created this post with the classic editor in an earlier version of WordPress, when I go to edit it now, WordPress calls up Gutenberg, and I see my title, but the body of the post is now in a block, and the body of the post is all in one block. Gutenberg has taken that existing content and has dropped it into a classic editor block. Classic editor is a block. It's a type of content. And so I've got pretty much the same editing experience that I would have had with the old version of WordPress, or if I had chosen to disable Gutenberg by entering the classic editor, I can go ahead and continue editing this the same way I would edit it if I was in the classic editor, because I've got a classic editor inside of Gutenberg. So nothing is lost, and I can go ahead and continue maintaining this post as I need to, and I don't have to worry about any compatibility issues with Gutenberg. Now let's take a look at a different page that was created with Beaver Builder. So I've got this page. I just dropped a pre-built Beaver Builder layout into a page previously in a site that didn't have Gutenberg active. I'm not using the full width here, so it looks kind of constrained, but this is a Beaver Builder layout. You can see the fonts and the parallax effect on the image. And so now let's see what happens when I go to edit this page. Now, normally I would press the Beaver Builder link at the top, and that would activate the Beaver Builder page builder. Now, in the past, there have been some problems during the beta period of Gutenberg before the plugin developers and theme developers were prepared for Gutenberg. This has been an unpredictable process. If you accidentally click Edit Page, you could get your code from your page builder or your theme's page builder opened in Gutenberg, and things go horribly wrong. So let's see what happens when I press Edit Page now. It takes me back to Gutenberg, as you would expect, but I don't see the content rendered in a block. I actually have a link here. I can use the standard editor, which I don't want to do, or I can launch Beaver Builder, and that would open the page up in Beaver Builder and allow me to make changes to the layout. Let's see what happens when I press Standard Builder. Now I'm getting a message warning me that things are about to happen that I may not like, but today I'm going to be one of those people who just clicks OK because I'm in a hurry. That then opens up the Beaver Builder layout in Gutenberg, and at that point I have completely lost my Beaver Builder layout. Now everything has been moved to a block in Gutenberg, And at this point, if I go ahead and update, you're going to see that my page looks nothing at all like the page that I created. So this is that page we were just looking at. All of those effects and background images have been stacked into a linear page, and the layout has been lost. So while Gutenberg and Beaver Builder are working together to prevent me from doing this, you have to take care to always edit your page in the right environment. So if you've created your page in Beaver Builder or some other page builder, make sure that you stick with that page builder. Do not open it in Gutenberg. You will have a chance to avoid that, but if you accidentally do it, back out without saving. You want to revert to a previous version if possible. Let me go back to my revisions and try to restore a previous version. And then I can launch Beaver Builder. And you'll see my Beaver Builder layout has been restored. Now let me activate the Divi theme, and we'll jump in and take a look at a page that's been built with the Divi Builder and see how Gutenberg affects that. So here's my site with the Divi theme active, and this page has been built with the Divi Builder. And so similar to the Beaver Builder example, I've got a link up here to enable the Visual Builder for Divi, but I'm going to go ahead and press the Edit Page link instead. Let's see what happens. So now I am back in the Gutenberg editor, and this is similar to what we saw with the Beaver Builder, but what we're seeing down here is in the block where we had the option to launch the Beaver Builder editor or go into the text editor, which sent us into Gutenberg and messed up our layout. Divi doesn't even give us that option. Divi only gives us one option. Divi is really preventing us from shooting ourselves in the foot. But there's one other change to the Gutenberg edit page, and there's a new button up here that says Return to Default Editor. So that is similar to the button that was down here in the block with Beaver Builder. Let's go ahead and click that and see what happens. That then gives us a Gutenberg page with Gutenberg blocks. Now at this point, if I were to start creating blocks and creating content and were to update, this would overwrite over the page layout that I've set up in Divi. So that's not what we want. That would be similar to what I did in Beaver Builder. I do have the option to go back to the Divi Builder. I'm going to go ahead and click that button, and then that puts us right back where we were. And from here I can go ahead and launch the Divi Builder. And continue editing the page on the front end with Divi as I would expect to be able to do. So that's an introduction to what you can expect when you install Gutenberg on an existing website. I wanted to show you how Gutenberg will impact your existing content. If you just have a plain vanilla WordPress website with no special page builder or no special theme that has a page builder built in, you really probably don't have much to worry about. If, on the other hand, you've been building nice layouts with some other tool, either a plugin or a theme that has page building capabilities, you will want to take care as you are editing your pages, because you will find that even though plugin and theme developers are trying to protect us from doing something that will wreck our website, it's still possible to click the wrong button. You need to be mindful as you're editing your content not to open things that are a special layout in the Gutenberg editor. That's when you start to have problems. But even then, as I showed you in this example, you can always use your page revisions to roll back to a previous edition of your website. So that's Gutenberg with existing content. Please proceed with caution.